Here you go, she's here, with her Welshness for your ears, to read you what you think is nice, whether calm or funny or maybe spice. Her dog by her side calling cooches down, and Poppy, her old cat, curls up all round. In the evening, in the daytime, Welsh Lady reads to you anytime. She'll crack you up, she'll make you cry, you'll be wearing pants that are left undry. She's your very own Welsh Lady, and she's here to make you laugh, make you smile, make you weep, even send you off to sleep. Her family are sheep. Oh, she's Welsh Lady Reads. Yes, she's Welsh Lady Reads. You know you mean so much to her. She tells you in her comments here. She may sometimes struggle, she may fight, but chat is who gives her her might. Just don't cause the dragon flames, as then she's not playing games. In the evening, in the evening, in the daytime, Welsh Lady reads to you anytime. She'll crack you up, she'll make you cry, you'll be wearing pants that are left undry. She's your very own Welsh Lady, and she's here to make you laugh, make you smile, make you weep, even send you off to sleep. Her family are sheep. Oh, she's Welsh Lady Reads. Yes, she's Welsh Lady Reads. You know you mean so much to her. She tells you in her comments here. She may sometimes struggle, she may fight, but chat is who gives her her might. Just don't cause the dragon flames, as then she's not playing games. In the evening, in the evening, in the daytime, Welsh Lady reads to you anytime. She'll crack you up, she'll make you cry, you'll be wearing pants that are left undry. She's your very own Welsh Lady, and she's here to make you laugh, make you smile, make you weep, even send you off to sleep. Her family are sheep. Oh, she's Welsh Lady Reads. Yes, she's Welsh Lady Reads. Oh, she's your Welsh Lady Reads.
It's been such a long time, and I have firstly need to say how sorry I am that I haven't been in touch with you all. And I've had to try and make some notes for myself so that I can fill you in on what's been going on, because some of you have reached out to me and you've been so very kind, and I want to make sure that you all know that you are so very special to me, and I didn't mean to just go and leave everything as it was for a while, that I have been dealing with some things. And the way I look at it is, this isn't a pity party. I don't want that. I've never wanted that. It's more of a, I suppose, telling you how I'm doing. And you and I having a conversation, except it's kind of like a one-way conversation. I don't know. Yeah, it's a one-way conversation. But when I see comments and things, I'll be able to have more of a conversation with you, because you know I always get back to you when you leave a message. So please do me a favour, chat. Will you please like this and subscribe? If you haven't, please check you're still subscribed. And yeah, so I'll get on with it. So yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been in touch, and I have stayed in the background for a few months now. I was going through some health issues, one after another, and some of you know more than others in terms of like exactly what, and some of you just know I have chronic illness anyway, so you understand and you get it. This is a little bit different, but you know, it's just something that's happened. Just when I think I've got through one thing, I'd find another thing crop up. In between, I start to show my appearance every now and again in some of my favourite channels where some of my favourite chat families are, because I wanted to stay in contact with you. I just couldn't do it through going live, or even doing this. I found it very difficult. So I had recently had another 2 weeks hospital stay. I know the majority of you know that I am a wheelchair user, and I have one leg affected by dystonia, and I have one good leg. Despite the deformity in my left foot, I've still tried walking just a little around the house for the past 10 years. It's something I refuse to give up on, that I would be confined to a wheelchair. And if I could try and walk, I would, even if it meant the deformity, and walking with that. And when I say walking, I'm only talking about around my house. I can't even walk outside, so I'm in a wheelchair out there. Anyway, I was walking and I was in my kitchen, and one day I bent over to, hey now, nothing rude like that, mind. It wasn't, I haven't done anything rude like that. No. It's not like me. One day I bent over to pick something up, and then as I stood back up, I didn't know what happened. A feeling of excruciating pain is all I can tell you. I could not move my left leg. It wasn't responding at all. I felt like my hip was stuck, yet I never felt a pop or anything like that. I lost my balance, but thank goodness my daughter was beside me after hearing me scream the house down. And she caught me and held me, and the details of trying to get me to my bed, my mother having to try and move me in the wheelchair, put me in the wheelchair. Oh, that day it was quite traumatic. And my mum hadn't seen me like this since the first time I was ever diagnosed with dystonia. It was my hip stopping my leg as well as it not responding. And when I say not responding, I want to explain what I mean. You're telling your foot to move and it doesn't. No matter how much you will it to move, it won't. And that's because the brain has lost connection or communication with that foot or limb. They're not firing in the brain as they would when you do things automatically. You know, there's these pathways and connections in the brain. I find the brain fascinating. But it really can take control, and there's nothing you can do when it happens, because, and one doctor I've seen before, I remember him saying to me, your foot is the furthest away from your brain, and so the signal has to go down to your foot or your leg, and then saying with a command of move, and then return a signal back up to the head that says, oh, I need to move this leg. And that's how our connections work. I find it fascinating because I've never heard it put like that before. But this wasn't my foot, this was my whole leg and hip. So I remained in bed, and stubborn me didn't want to go to the hospital. I hate hospitals, man, I really do. I tried all the medications that I knew how to try and relax it, thinking in my head, is this dystonia? Is this, let's just get out of the pain, and maybe if I get out of the pain, it'll be okay. I tried all medications to relax it, painkillers, and until I couldn't any longer. My right leg remained intact and functioning normally. So a bit like a flamingo. You know, I have a sense of humour. At that time, probably not. But, you know, hindsight 2020, you know. So my GP referred me to hospital where I had a wonderful time. I had a great time. No. Nurses love me. Not. I'm always respectful, but when they give me too many tablets that would overdose me, or leave me waiting 45 minutes to use a commode, by which the time the inevitable has happened, or even writing my chart, my meds have been given to me when they haven't. I get a bit pissed off, you know. Well, more than a bit. They don't like that I point it out. And I point out how disappointed that I am. Because I expect nurses to be very careful with medication. And there's a history of reasons of why. I used to work in the care sector. I had to give medication to the elderly. Oh my gosh, used to frighten the life out of me. I'd make sure that I had the right pills and the right colour and the right numbers and things on the back, and how many crosses or lines were on the back, just to make sure I gave exactly what they were supposed to have. You know, and when you got a nurse telling you, take this, and you're saying, that's too much, that's a tablet too much, where it's like a powerful drug, and they say no, that's what you got to take, and that's that, and they're adding it up and they're adding it wrong. I like, listen, you know, flipping heck, man. But listen, I've met lovely nurses, absolutely lovely nurses. Like I said, on the other side, nurses and doctors who are competent and understanding, I get on very well with. They say I'm pleasant and a pleasure to look after. And sometimes in front of the others, which kind of goes down like a lead balloon, you know, because they ate my guts, and they make it known that they don't like me. And then I got these other ones who were so kind and so nice and so good at their jobs, and even the bad ones, they still will say thank you for looking after me. I will still say nice things to them. I just will be firm in when I notice that they're doing something wrong. Like when they say I've had a medication and I've written it on my chart and it's an injection, and I know that I've never had an injection today. And it's always on your chart. I'm telling you, I haven't had it. You know, so I don't like dodgy things like that. It's wrong. People who go and do things like that in nursing shouldn't be in that job, in my opinion. Anyway, back to what happened to my hip, right? Basically, I had x-rays, CT scans, MRI, all you can think of. And it all came down to this. Because of my walking on the foot that's deformed, it's left one hip up in the air and one hip down. And so they're not aligned. I was just determined I didn't want to be in that wheelchair 24/7. Like I said, I was still determined to walk even just a couple of steps. Unfortunately, that bit me on the arse. And although my left foot will never be any different, that's my way my foot's going to be now forever. And yet my left leg, besides the foot, respond to me naturally now and will move when I want it to, but this time it didn't. I was back with one right leg working correctly, and hip pain and non-responding leg and pain where sitting up hurt even more to where I just couldn't sit up, can't walk, can't sit. What's left is lying down, which is where I've been since the hospital. 2 months have gone by now. I'm unable to sit in my wheelchair, and I'm unable to get to my bathroom. Thank goodness for Portaloos, eh? And I know, it's like, oh God, TMI. But this is reality. And it's reality not just for me, it's reality for so many others. And I slide across from my bed onto the Portaloo. It's a painful task, made much easier by the new medication, 24-hour morphine tablets. I was extremely shocked when they said I would need these for life. I had damaged my hip and it cannot be repaired. And I've done this through my dedication of wanting to learn to walk. Something I thought that was good. Something that even my consultants have seen and approved of, as if it's only a little bit that I walk around. Determined again that I can't just lay in bed. I at least needed to stand. Apart from blood pressure issues, as you can imagine, I was able to lift myself to stand with help, then with holding on to a chair. Then I took 2 steps. Yeah, it was a foot on its side, but I wasn't in pain. But 2 steps was enough. My legs were very unstable. But on the other hand, I did 2 steps, so I was happy. Flopping back into bed with all my energy depleted, I just rested. I did the same the next day. This time it was 4 steps. Wow, progress. My mood was lifting and the tears were of joy instead of despair. Sat on the bed and shuffled back up the bed and led down. Then the next day I stood up again, and the bad foot on the left side, on its side, with the deformed foot on its side, but not as much this time. And my good foot and leg looking good, I attempted to walk some more. But suddenly I knew that something was wrong. You see, every time I've tried to walk, my mum, bless her heart, and I don't mean that in the southern way, I mean bless her heart, my mum stood in front of me with her hands held out, holding mine, supporting me as always. And she said, "Come on then," encouragingly. And I lifted my good leg, but nothing. It didn't move. I tried again, and now my right leg is not responding. My mother has a quizzical look on her face, asking what's wrong. I'm stood there trying to work out in my head, willing my leg to move, recognizing this devastated feeling, and uttering the words, "I can't move my leg, Mum. There's no signal." The last time the right foot turned abnormally was in 2015. It came back. It took a while, but it did come back. I could still communicate with the leg, though, just not the foot. This time it was the whole leg and foot. It's something new to me again. After having this for 10 years, it never ceases to stop me in my tracks, quite literally, and make my heart sink. My head start wondering, how long will it be like this? What if this time it's permanently lost communication, like the left foot? How long do I wait until I give up? I'm back in bed. The new meds have been a blessing for the pain, as it allows me to move my hips. I know it's still there, the pain, the hip problem, I know. I can still feel it, but the meds do hurt. There are those days I hurt more, not just in those places, but excruciating pain, and I think, thank goodness I am on this morphine. But I was also on Oromorph at the same time every 2 hours. And I'm now no longer on the Oromorph. We've now got the levels right for the morphine tablets being just right for my pain level. And this is for life. And so I've been led to staring at the walls and ceiling, but watching and keeping up with trials, as you know I love, and keeping up with the channels that I love and the creators that I love and the community that I love as best that I could. Some days I couldn't chat with everybody, other days were better. And some days even I just was like normal self, good sense of humour. But reading to you on here means I have to be on good form. Who wants the person to be reading and just to be upset or let's be fair, off it on medication where they're not quite right? Okay, I needed to stabilise myself. I needed to change situations. I've been practicing sitting up. Sounds silly, practicing sitting, because I can only sit so long before my hip really starts to hurt. I've been, for those of you who know, Shizzy was not, most of you most likely, Yamaha biker, I Have a Story, Dictionary Diva, Volstorm, Kaiser Pineapple, Miss Nocturna, my Sunday Spice colleagues, my Sunday Spice friends. I've missed them all. I've missed them, dreadfully missed them. And I've watched, if not in that night, but I've watched the next day. There are the episodes, just to keep up with everybody and to enjoy their amazing content and the show that Shizzy puts on. But I've so desperately wanted to be there with them. And I can't do that lying down. No, Yamaha. As much as you may want. Teasing and teasing. This red dragon can't lie down. Can't. Well, I know I can't lie down. I can lie down for sure. That's the only thing I'm bloody good at the moment. I need to be able to sit up and I need to be able to be okay. And I've every Sunday tried to get myself to that point. And every Sunday, bless his heart, Shizzy, I can't thank enough, who's been so patient with me. And is such a dear friend in my heart. I want him to know he's such a dear friend. To keep sending me a link every Sunday, not making me feel like I'm not a part of anything, just sending me a link. Here if you want. Here if you want it. And hard as it was to write back, I'm sorry, I still can't. But let me tell you, I'm not giving up. I will not give up. 10 years ago was the first time this happened. And it took a long time to get to the point where I could even stand and walk just a little bit around my house. And yes, it messed me up. And that's just what's happened. So be it. Can't change that. Can't change it at all. But it won't beat me. It will not beat me. Because I don't give up. I have focused and practiced on sitting just so that I know how long I can sit for Sunday space. I've practiced reading and known that there are times where I can't read and because of certain medication and side effects. I'm learning now how to do things very differently, and I don't want to be next to a portaloo anymore. I mean, I know it's Christmas coming up, but cheerful is not really something I want to shout out. It's not something I do shout out either, though ranking the best #1 Christmas film ever, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. No, I want to be better for all of you. I want to be better to read to you again and to get my channel up to maybe 1,000. That would be wonderful. I haven't got the watch hours, I know. But that would just be nice. But anyway, that's what's been going on. I'm relearning to walk. I'm relearning to sit. And I'm relearning to do things in a different way. Whether my Sunday space will be in my living room beside my cherry blossom tree, or whether it will be sat up in my bedrooms with a different background, and whether I look good or whether I look shite, I'll judge that after. Happy belated Thanksgiving to my American friends and family, to my nan, to my 2 uncles and to my auntie. And rest in peace, Grandad. Yeah, my granddad died last week. He was 92 and lived his life to the fullest. But hey ho, such is life. And Christmas and Thanksgiving and not always happy times for people. So I know that you'll understand that as well. But listen, I want to shout out a few people, and please don't think that if I haven't shouted out your name that you've meant any less to me. It's just I'm going off top of my head now, and if I went off top of my head in 5 minutes later, I probably would be saying other names. So please don't think that you were underappreciated, because you were not. You mean so much to me, honestly. But I'd like to shout out Bug Dugger and Nosy Rosie, Jinx, Cynthia, Firefighter Fairy, whatever. She's changed her thing to now. Retired, though. I remember that bit. And I wish her all the best. And Cindy Snyder, I wish you all the best too. I'm going off the top of my head, and there's just so many, but my head, I'm not thinking quite right. Little D, you are such a special woman, and I thank you. Thank you so much. Zach, you were my friendly fisherman foe. Fiddlesticks. Thank you for the chats and checking in. Yeah, thank you to all of those who from Recovery Addict and his channel, to Broken Baker and his channel, to the Expert and his channel, to Nick Starrow and his channel, to Kat Knott Williams and her channel, and of course to Shizzy Wisnett and his channel. And I'm just trying to think of others that I have been watching a lot of. Flesh of the Gods, thank you. But yeah, all the people in your channel, in all of the channels, I appreciate you very much. Mo in the Deep End. How can I forget Mo in the Deep End? She is just amazing. I love Mo. She knows I love her. I love Mo. She's great. I can really understand Mo. Well, she has her own language, so sometimes I can't understand that. But allegedly in Minecraft, I thank Welsh and Diva and their channel, Character and Caliber. Kaiser spoke to recently when I rang in. She says, "You're a gentleman, you're a really great man. And kindness shines through you. And I thank you." Old and new friends, thank you. Thanks for asking after me. I'm on a journey. When I'm in chat though, I do get it. It's a bit annoying and I'm just gonna say it, it's a bit annoying for the content creator when the chat is just, how are you, how are you, how are you, how are you, and then you're replying back. I'm not saying you don't have to ask me how I am. I'm just saying, if you do ask me how I am, or you think, oh, it's Welsh Lady, I wonder how she's doing, you know. Put a cup of tea next to it, you know, that's my symbol. Put a cup of tea, and I'll know, you know, I just don't want to take conversation away from the topic at hand on their channel. But I want to thank you all and thank my family very much. I know we never expected to be here again. It's been difficult. But as they said, we've done it once and we'll do it again. And that is right. So, congratulations as well to Yamaha that I have a story for his recent milestone of 1,000 subscribers, and I'm not sure if he got the 2,000 subscribers because he was literally on his way there. But oh darling Yamaha, I know we mess about my green dragon. I am so genuinely pleased for you. You deserve it. You so deserve it. And I have a story as his channel, so please, when I mention these people's names, please go sub to their channels. They're wonderful people. They've been good to me. They've been kind to me. They've been patient with me. Thank you to my family. Thank you to my friends. Thank you to the Welsh Lady Reads community. You're the best. Thanks for sticking with me. Ta-da!
Oh, she's Welsh Lady Reads. Yes, she's Welsh Lady Reads. Oh, she's your Welsh Lady Reads.